We look good.
At least.
At least we look great, you know.
Indeed, I spent 2 hours making my hair.
Oh, on a good note, there is a good note.
On a good.
Oh my God!
Okay,
I think
so
we have sound.
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
If you can confirm in the chat, sounds works.
Sound works.
Okay, let's
That's
start
really
again.
good.
Okay.
So, if you guys don't mind, sorry for the inconvenience of the sound. We are trying to take over the internet one by one, you know. So we had to get everything running. But I would like to officially welcome you to our Q&A session, following up on our design reveal that we just watched together. I'm Calvin Saunders, I'm the urban coordinator for Team Sum, and I'm joined by Eleonora.
Hello, I'm Eleonora. I'm part of the architecture committee within Team Sum.
Yeah, she's one of our amazing architects that has been working tirelessly on the design you just saw. So just to give you a quick idea of what's going to happen today, you just saw the design reveal of our neighborhood and building design, and now you can ask us questions.
Yeah. So yeah, indeed we had some fun and we really enjoyed to shape our building design last year, and even though we cannot celebrate all together today, unluckily, we are really glad to host you online. And so let's start this Q&A session, Calvin.
Okay, yeah, so the Q&A session, just to give you a little bit idea of how it's going to work, we have 30 minutes, we're going to start now with the 30 minutes, and just send us questions in the chat box. And me and Eleonora will try to answer as many of them as possible. So,
yeah. So let's start.
Okay, I think I already saw a question.
Yeah. So yeah, the first question we got was about the prototype, and you were wondering when you can start visiting it. Well, we are too, actually.
Yes.
So we will start building the prototype probably over the summer. And so it will take some time in order to get ready. So that's something that we will probably reveal to you in the coming months. So we still don't have a fixed date, but yeah, probably next year it will be there.
For the ones that might not know what the prototype is, we are part of the Solar Decathlon, and part of this competition is to create an actual building that can be tested. Together with other universities. I think it's 17 of them.
Yeah.
It's going to be really exciting. And this prototype, we're currently developing it. We just finished our building design, and we're going to pick the best parts of this building design where we can really show our innovation. And that will be shown in Wuppertal in 2022. And as Eleonora already said, we are going to start construction of this prototype over the summer.
Yeah,
we're going to do testing.
Yeah.
And then hopefully at the end of next year or beginning of 2022, we are at a point that we can invite the public to get a sneak peek of what we did. So yeah, make sure to follow our media channels, because we will keep you updated there on our progress. And
Exciting.
I think that's the best answer we can give you right now.
Yeah, we're really excited to get it done and to show you. I think the best is still to come. So
yeah.
I hope.
Just have to wait.
Yeah.
So the next question was how will people involved, or how will the people that live in the area get involved? Because it can be quite hard to adapt yourself to a sustainable lifestyle or even a building redevelopment. That's actually a really good question.
So as you said, so in the video, we are showcasing our idea in The Hague. We are starting working with the housing association. We are starting collaboration with the municipality, and for sure we are also getting some research done over the neighborhood. And as you can imagine, not all the people are super involved in this renovation, but for sure we are still trying to find a way to preserve the sense of community there and to enhance that, so we will be able to really enhance their living quality. So that's why we really think that everybody will be on board, or at least we hope it.
And also an important part of this this struggle is that we are, like Eleonora said, doing it on multiple scales. We are in collaboration with regional governments, local governments, property owners, and then the last step, of course, the residents. one of the most important target groups for us. We have been going to the neighborhood when there was no corona, so we could safely walk around and meet with people, which was really lovely because there was some really exciting conversations we had with residents that were quite genuine about the struggles they have with living in a neighborhood like this, but also their ambitions for the neighborhood. So it was really great connecting with them, and I think we've been doing this repetitively throughout our design process, every time getting in contact with the residents to really make sure that they understand what we are doing, and then we are also making sure that we understand what their wishes are.
For that, we really have a social committee working every day on that, on involve the citizen, on participatory design. So really starting from that, from the people which is already living there, and listening to them and what they would like to see in the neighborhood, and then to also start dreaming with them, let's say.
And I think to round off this question, I think the part of our design that is actually really responding well to this is a part of the urban proposal that we now have, where we not only densify and renovate the building, but because of our lightweight modular top-up units, we can also create freestanding housing blocks, where people can temporarily be housed, and it's really close to their original home, so you don't have to move to the other side of the city, which nowadays is kind of unfortunately always the case. So this is really a way for creating a good and an attractive housing redevelopment strategy for, as I said, on multiple scales, so for investors, for property owners and residents. Yeah.
Indeed. So let's go to another question. We got some question about the integration of these activities within our studies. So as you may know, we are both students at TU Delft University, and we are a team representing this university within the SDE competition. And it's also a challenge for us, I would say, to kind of handle both university and this competition at the same time. So for sure, sometimes it really gets busy when you have a deadline from university, but also deliverable for a competition, and perhaps you are setting some meetings with the partners, or you have to work with your mates on some ideas, on some goals. But I think we are really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's really it can be like a struggle sometimes, but I think because we are in this very fortunate position that we can go to such a great university, we have such great tutors here, and then we are involved in a team that is supported by so many great industry partners. We really get kind of the best of both worlds. That sometimes where the industry partners can help us out with our projects at university, and vice versa, our university professors are helping us out with this symbiotic urban movement, which I think is really nice. It's really like a crossover. Yeah,
and as soon as for now, we are already 49 students from 19 different nationalities. For sure, we always try to listen to the needs of the other. So when somebody got busy, we always try to help him out, and perhaps we have different tasks which we are ending in together. So I think it's really, as a team, should work together.
It's a bit cheesy, but teamwork makes the dream work, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of it.
Okay.
Another question. Which developers will finance these projects? That's also a good question. I guess that depends on which kind of two of the projects you are focusing on. We of course have the HDU part that is kind of being built quite recently. That's like the really realistic part of our project. And then the more theoretical part is the building design, which is a much bigger scale. But nevertheless, we have real world partners involved. We have the Housing Association, for instance, involved, which is really exciting, and we're exploring also with them what the opportunities are for this business model. But maybe you can explain.
Yeah, so as Kelvin was saying, we have these two different parts of the design. So one which we presented today is more the building design, so this kind of overall concept, this dream. And then for the competition, we are actually going to build just a part of it, our prototype, also called HDU, so House Demonstration Unit. And for that, for sure, we're going to need a lot of sponsors to make this dream real. And for that, we already got some sponsor. We have some main partners which are paying us with some amount of money because they really believe in this dream as we do. And then we are also in touch with other kind of sponsors, such as knowledge partners, which are basically having weekly meeting with us. We are sharing knowledge, and they are giving us insightful help in order to develop and move forward the design. And then we also are searching for suppliers. So perhaps this competition is not only a platform for us, but it's also a platform for companies which could show their products and show that they can really work within a sustainable design, and they could really integrate within this kind of vision that we have.
Yeah, and then kind of the second part, which is the theoretical business case, that evolves more around saving these buildings and seeing how we can make that a viable investment for the property owner, and also a nice transition for the residents that live there. And that again has to do with the densification strategy of these tenement flats being so common throughout the Netherlands that it almost sums up to like 11% of the total housing stock. And then we see real opportunity there to like renovate them. And then by densifying them, it becomes really interesting for investors. So
so I would say it's really an interesting showcase, which could be really relevant because, as Kelvin was saying, it's really a common typology which we are tackling. And I think it's really challenging for us, but also for possible partners, because they can really see that their vision and our vision together could be applied to plenty of different buildings, saving them from demolition.
Yeah, I also just saw a question popping in that was talking about kind of after our pilot phase, which I guess you mean the HDU phase and the competition phase, what we're going to do then. Well, we are a student team as of now, and we're going to graduate, and so things are going to change for us personally as well, but we do all believe in the symbiotic urban movement as something that is really powerful, that really has the potential to grow, expand, and make a real impact on our built environment in the Netherlands. So yeah, we are definitely, I think, open towards collaborations there and seeing what the opportunities are. If I'm being honest, as of now, there's not a real strategy that would happen or that is in place for what would happen after the competition. We do have defined that the prototype that we're building is going to stay in Wuppertal, where it's going to be part of a living lab where it's going to be tested. But we're also looking to possibilities to maybe build a second prototype that we could enhance even more. So we're going to, of course, keep you guys updated about.
Yeah, and for sure we have this kind of business case, and we are sharpening it, and we are studying right now the travel that prototype will do even before the competition, perhaps to move in The Hague, perhaps, and then to really show the possibility which we are showing with the HDU. Let's see if we have another question. Can you send more information from the prototype for partners? This is a really specific question. I don't know which kind of information you need, but I would link you perhaps to our website.
Yes.
And then you can find a lot of the mails. And also we have a special one just for partners. So if you're willing to help us, if you are really interested, if you got tricked by the video, then you should send an email and get more information.
A specific partner committee led by our amazing partner specialist Daniel, which you for sure will meet if you send us an email. And he can tell you all about the project as well. And if he doesn't know, we of course, one of our other 40 members can help you with the answers. I also saw a question popping in if we are still looking for partners and collaborations.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Still looking for partners and collaborations. That could be from any level. That could be a consultancy company. It could be products. You could also be there for marketing. We are really looking in all fields. If you think you can hook onto our project and really help this symbiotic urban movement get off and like get moving, then yeah, please contact us.
Yeah, don't be aware of questioning us, the project, because I mean, we really believe in it, but we also know that there are plenty of variation, and we are really still trying to improve it, and moving forward to the next step of building and starting building the prototype.
I also see, which faculties are your members from? Are all of you architects?
Well, I am. Calvin is not, for example.
I'm an urbanist. Yay, urbanism. No, so it's really diverse. So we have people mostly from our faculty, yes, but that means that there's architects, urbanism students. We have people from management of the built environment that are really on the business case and our strategies. There's people from building technology, even people from civil engineering, which is another faculty. A lot of people from engineers as well. Yeah. And we are working from industrial design. So we have plenty of people involved. And also I think it's interesting that since we have all different backgrounds, we also can have a different vision and a different perspective on the project, which was really interesting. I remember at the beginning to start really deciding our study case. We were really was really amazing to see all the different ideas coming in, and yes, it's still really inspiring to me. We're a really diverse mix of students right now, but as we are going more into the prototype design and where it becomes very specific for also electrical engineering or very tiny details for structural engineering, we are still looking for people in those fields. So if you're watching and you are a student or you just graduated and your field is in structural engineering, electrical engineering, or you just have a general interest in Team Sum, make sure to check out our social media channels and also our website, because we will start hiring in January again.
Yeah, so please check it.
Please check it. Yes.
So Calvin, we got also a technical one.
Oof, that's the one we were scared of, the technical question.
Okay, could you estimate the benefit to energy consumption of the structure? So yeah, we are tackling this typology also because they are really underperforming from an energetical but also social and environmental point of view. So one of our first challenges was to improve what is already there in order to really tell this convincing story which will enable us to save them from demolition. In order to do that, we are proposing this solution in which we are renovating the existing part just with the shell of renovation, which will already really improve the energy quality of the building.
And also the comfort levels.
Exactly.
Really important.
And then in order to provide the needed energy for the rest of the building, we are gonna top it up with we are gonna add some stories on top, and that part is gonna be net positive, so it's gonna produce energy also for the existing building.
Yeah, so kind of the way we envision it is, like Leonora said, a more simpler renovation for the existing part, a really high-tech top-up, custom-made densification that happens on the top that is energy positive. And then because we make symbiosis between old and new, the whole building becomes energy neutral. And we are still trying to see how much energy we can create specifically for our building with the top-up. And maybe we even overproduce so much that we could see if there is some energy that we could create a network within the neighborhood itself. So we scale it up from a building neutrality to a neighborhood neutrality.
For sure, it will be connected to the grid.
Yeah.
And then, yes, Calvin was saying the interesting part is also that we are showing this symbiotic concept already within the building. So the existing part is going to give the plot and the space to then fit the additional part, which is going to provide energy for the existing. So I think it's really exciting.
It's very exciting. We're very excited also about energy.
Okay,
let's see. Very nice. People are already saying they see a healthier future for them and their kids. Great. Okay, I also see a question.
Can I share this video call? Yeah, okay. So they're also wondering about the video because perhaps somebody of them, they miss it. So it will stay on the YouTube channel, so don't you worry. You can watch it whenever you want. and also rewatch it.
Rewatch it, share it, make sure everybody sees it.
Let's get viral.
I also see a question that came in a little bit ago, I think, about why did we choose Bouwlust as a scenario. I think we started as a team roughly a year ago with not really a clue where we wanted to start. We started looking at our international backgrounds.
I remember our first meeting, we were just starting discussing the team, the name, the logo, and then we got to know each other, which was really at the beginning. And then we start, okay, we should pick a case study, and the competition was already proposing us something in Wuppertal. But we also wanted to probably work with something which were closer to us.
Yeah,
so
close to home. We wanted to keep it close to the TU Delft, because this is the university is helping us with this project. So we really saw like great value of like keeping it close to home. So yeah, I think like Eleanor said, we started like getting to know each other more and really noticed that there is one common thing that we all struggled with throughout kind of our professional lives as students, which is really finding a sustainable lifestyle in the houses that we have right now. Didn't matter where we were from, we were all struggling with that. So I guess that's where we started, and we started thus looking at the livability of some of the neighborhoods in the Netherlands, and quickly the Randstad became a very highlighted area where the livability was not that high.
Yeah, so we started having a look at Rotterdam, at Delft, where we are right now. And then in the end, we selected The Hague because we really discovered that it's a city looking for innovation, that they have some buildings such as ours, which are really underperforming, and that they are also really working hard in order to improve the quality, the living quality of those.
Yeah, we have a professor, Andy van der Dobbelsteen, who is guiding us, and he also kind of inspired us about The Hague and kind of the goals they have set for themselves as a municipality and as a region to really become sustainable and make sustainability approachable for everybody, for all citizens. And that was really the kind of drive and innovation that we could recognize ourselves in. So I guess that's why we chose The Hague. And then, the district of Bouwlust and Vrederust is underperforming but has great potential. So that's also something we want to mention. These post-war neighborhoods, although they're underperforming and they might not be kind of the standard of aesthetics that we're used to nowadays, they have great potential, and I guess that's why we ended up in the Dreef area in Vrederust.
Okay, just a new question. I am studying architecture at UDEF. Is there any possibility of becoming part of the SAM team? Yes, we are probably gonna hire some new people. So as Calvin was already saying before, you just have to check our social media. We're gonna keep you updated on that, and if you do so, you will be able to know when you have to send your CV, and then we will analyze it and decide it. So.
Yeah, and it also, I saw a question about if you're not studying at the TU Delft, that doesn't matter because our project is registered by the TU Delft, but you as a student, I don't think you have to be. As long as you are studying, I think you will supply. We also have at this moment we have a university course that collaborates with students from Rotterdam and Leiden and people from Delft that are working together on an urban farming initiative that will be in our plan as well, and it's very exciting. So we're also working with different universities, which is really great, making the movement as big as possible.
So.
Another question. The chat is really exploding. Or at least for us it is.
Maybe, okay. They're asking us to explain the contest of SDE.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you may notice from the name, SDE stands for Solar Decathlon Europe. So we have 10 contests within the same competition. They are tackling different aspects. So architecture, but also urban, and then engineering. And we also have some more practical ones, such as solar integration. And for that, we are gonna get some grade, and get some points, not only during the competition, because they are gonna check how the prototype will perform, but also before it. So right now we already sent the second deliverable, but we have other to go, and we are gonna get score even before the competition on the design, and then the final part, and the most important part, I would say, will take part in Wuppertal.
Yeah, and there's some really interesting competitions out there as well in the Solar Decathlon Europe. Like Eleonora said, of course, it's design and it's energy related, but also social awareness is quite an important competition where we are being tested and measured on our outreach to people. So that's why we have so many projects running for reaching out to residents, reaching out to local communities, local governments, and also to the worldwide audience. to really get in touch and to get to know what are the problems out there, and if we are resonating with your problems, and how we can really like find a common solution for the struggle for sustainability. Let's go maybe to another question. Are there things that you would like to add to the design but are not possible due to the cost perspective? I think that's a really good question or a really good comment, but I think we believe for some that if something doesn't fit the business case, it's not meant to be, because then the technology or whatever we're trying to introduce that is too expensive is just not creating a real world solution. Like, it needs to be a solution that could be applied. That's what we're striving for, and that's also setting the bar really high, making a solution that will actually work. But if certain things are too expensive as of now, that just means we need to be even more creative and find a way to achieve the same outcome.
Yeah, so
but
I would say
maybe you have a different opinion.
No, I mean, just a bit, maybe.
Just a bit.
So yeah, we are always questioning the budget, because for now we have some sponsorship, and we are gonna start really costing the prototype, since we are in the design phase of the prototype right now. So we have some people within the team which are in charge of that. But I think also one goal of some is providing some affordable housing. So we realize that there is really this need of small apartments, which they should be really affordable in order to be really able to cover this kind of empty space which is in the market right now, especially in the Netherlands. And also providing this affordable housing will let us be part of this challenge within the Netherlands to build 1 million home within the 2030. So I would say that yes, I mean, sometimes we have to be realistic and also think about the cost. But yeah, for now we are still starting from an affordable point of view, and I would say that the cost is less important than the comfort and the quality we will add with that element. So we would prefer to give priority to the quality of the addition rather than the cost.
Yeah. I think we're also at the end of the Q&A. Thank you for all your questions. It has been very lovely to receiving so many questions and so many nice comments about our project.
Yeah, we would like to thank you all for joining us, and a special thank for all the people who were involved in the video, and also to
our lovely partners who made much of this possible. And
so
I think we also want to give you like a quick recap of what we spoke about this afternoon. So you saw, of course, our design reveal, where we showed our neighborhood and building design. We kind of now, with this design reveal, are also finishing off the design stage for those two skills. We've tested, we've been to the building, checked its structural viability, did business cases, talked to residents in the neighborhood. That's where we're going to continue. But I think we're now at the moment that we are ready for the next step.
Yeah, so we are glad now to announce to our next step. So today it was presented the building design, but right now we are starting the prototype. So to building this HDU, which will be a kind of collection of the main aspect of the design, and will be the element that we'll bring to the competition in 2022. So yeah, we are really excited, and we hope you got as excited as we are on it.
Yeah, and our event for the design reveal of that prototype will probably be somewhere in April next year. So make sure you follow our media channels so you can keep updated about when this is exactly happening. We have many social media challenges or channels: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just subscribe, I would say. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, as Kelvin was saying, if you can't wait to see the next event, or perhaps if you just want some more information about us, you can reach us out at the different social platforms. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. And if you have other questions, because unfortunately we were not able to answer all of those, you can always send us an email. We were willing to answer you. And I would say we are really looking forward to see you soon at the next event.
Yes. See you.
Ciao.
Bye.